Funny school memes. Opens a pack of chewing gum. The entire school. Bell doesn't dismiss you. I do. Well, what's the bell for? Walking past a class that your friend is in. You're taking an exam and you've picked B 4 times in a row. And the next answer still looks like B. One burnt you alive and the other give you electric shocks. When your favorite teacher shouts at you for the first time. When the teacher uses your assignment as the example of what to do right. How I see grade 7 students before in elementary. How they actually look. You had a great day at school, but then your mom yells at you right after you enter the house. Me and the boys getting the teacher to tell us stories instead of doing work. When you solve a math problem 3 times and you get 3 different answers. Me when I tell a teacher I don't know the answer and they respond, yes you do. Me, I'll study at 11. My clock. 3rd graders after sitting in the teacher's chair. Follow for more school bus memes. This vehicle does not. Because it literally can't even. When the bus driver starts going before you can find a seat. That one kid who can open and close the window. That moment in 5th grade when you're on a field trip and you drive past your house and you're just like, the cool kid sat in the back. The music blaster sat here. The loud kid sat here and the quiet kid sat up front. You will never be cool enough to be on the cool bus. Speed bump exists. Kids in the backseat on the bus. The sticker on this school bus says honk if a kid falls out. The wheels on the bus. Oh, never mind. Ma, I missed the school bus. When one of these bad boys pulled up, you knew you were about to go to school. My circle's so small we can fit on this bus. This is the bus that private school kids take to school. Follow for more school memes. When you walk into the wrong classroom. The front of the bus, sleeping, doing homework, on their phone. The back of the bus, reads first question of exam. Me. My math teacher looking at me when I got the correct answer, but it's not the method he taught. The teacher's copy? What they give you. When you take a 10-minute study break, and it accidentally lasts all weekend. When you don't know the answer, but don't want to leave the paper blank. How school Wi-Fi is when you're in class. How school Wi-Fi is when you need it. Teacher, no gaming in class. That one kid in the back of the classroom. When the teacher walks up to you during an exam and looks at your paper and then shouts out, guys, please make sure you read the questions carefully. Things I studied. Things on the exam. When you see the first question and already know you're going to fail. Follow for more school memes. Teachers be like, don't back up. There's still 24 seconds of class left. Who else did this when submitting classwork in school? Every teacher makes the I'll wait face. No one. 7-year-old me in class. Nobody. Guy in math books. Why is there so much bread? Can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it up a bit so it doesn't look obvious you copy. When no one is raising their hand and you make eye contact with the teacher. It's fine, I study for this test. Looks at the first problem. Me and my best friend trying to behave in class so the teacher doesn't separate us. When you're writing an essay and trying to hit the 500 word count. Very young, small, early peas. When you have to read the same page over and over because you keep zoning out. When I study for 5 minutes straight without checking my phone. When you raise your hand to answer the teacher's question and then somebody shouts it out. When you're kinda slow but you're determined to graduate. Follow for more school memes. Did I really just call my teacher mom? My class taking a test. That one random kid in the hallway. When the teacher is yelling at someone and you try not to laugh. Teachers be like, I'm just gonna wait till it's quiet. When your name is in the math question and it says you have 34 watermelons. Patiently waiting for the teacher to let me go to the bathroom because we need permission to use our bladder. When the teacher asks who is presenting next. POV. You entered the wrong classroom. Me and my school on a field trip. Another school meeting my school during the field trip. Student breaks every bone in their body. The school nurse, ice, baby. Me, I'm going to study in bed because it's more comfortable. Me 3 paragraphs later. When you know the right answer but you're too anxious to break the silence and sit there like. When you know you've not done well but you're just proud you finished your assignment. When you fail the exam but find out your best friend failed too. Follow for more